So even though we face the difficulties of today and tomorrow, I still have a dream. It is a dream deeply rooted in the American dream. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. I have a dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia, the sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood. I have a dream.
Our lives begin to end at the day we become silent about things that matter. Even though we face the difficulties of today and tomorrow, I still have a dream. The most dangerous criminal may be the man gifted with reason, but with no morals. The silence of the good people is more dangerous than the brutality of the bad people. A lie cannot live. You can kill the dreamer, but you can't kill the dream. To be a Christian without prayer is no more possible than to be alive without breathing. Lightning makes no sound until it strikes. We must build dikes of courage to hold back the flood of fear. Peace is not merely a distant goal that we seek, but a means by which we arrive at that goal. True peace is not merely the absence of tension, it is the presence of justice. Those who love peace must learn to organize as effectively as those who love war. It's not burn, baby, burn, but learn, baby, learn, so that you can earn, baby, earn. Find a voice in a whisper. Unconditional love will have the final word in reality. Peace is not simply the absence of conflict, but the existence of justice for all people. Seeing is not always believing. Darkness is only driven out with light, not more darkness. Freedom is never voluntarily given by the oppressor. It must be demanded by the oppressed. A right delayed is a right denied. The moral arc of the universe bends at the elbow of justice. In the end, we will remember not the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends. A riot is the language of the unheard. At the center of non-violence stands the principle of love. The group consisting of mother, father, and child is the main educational agency of mankind. Without justice, there can be no peace. The choice is not between violence and non-violence, but between non-violence and non-existence. Let no man pull you so low as to hate him. I want to be the white man's brother, not his brother-in-law. Power without love is reckless and abusive, and love without power is sentimental and anemic. Be the peace you wish to see in the world. Forgiveness is not an occasional act, it is a constant attitude. Nothing in all the world is more dangerous than sincere ignorance and conscientious stupidity. War is a poor chisel to carve out tomorrow. Human salvation lies in the hands of the creatively maladjusted. Our scientific power has outrun our spiritual power. We have guided missiles and misguided men. A man can't ride your back unless it's bent. Perhaps the worst sin in life is knowing right and not doing it. When you are right, you cannot be too radical. When you are wrong, you cannot be too conservative. There comes a time when silence is betrayal. Lukewarm acceptance is more bewildering than outright rejection. It is not enough to say we must not wage war. It is necessary to love peace and sacrifice for it. In a sense, songs are the soul of a movement. If I cannot do great things, I can do small things in a great way. We must speak with all the humility that is appropriate to our limited vision, but we must speak. The time is always right to do what is right. We must accept finite disappointment, but never lose infinite hope. Take the first step in faith. You don't have to see the whole staircase, just take the first step. My faith in man is, at bottom, a faith in God. Free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty we are free at last. I submit to you that if a man hasn't discovered something that he will die for, he isn't fit to live. No person has the right to reign on your dreams. The quality, not the longevity, of one's life is what is important. We must concentrate not merely on the negative expulsion of war, but the positive affirmation of peace. In a real sense, faith is total surrender to God. Everything that we see is a shadow cast by that which we do not see. All progress is precarious, and the solution of one problem brings us face to face with another problem. To ignore evil is to become an accomplice to it. I have decided to stick with love. Hate is too great a burden to bear. We are now faced with the fact that tomorrow is today. We are confronted with the fierce urgency of now. Nor we must shift the arms race into a peace race. We must learn to live together as brothers or perish together as fools. There is nothing more tragic than to find an individual bogged down in the length of life, devoid of breadth. Our children need our presence, not our presence. In spite of temporary victories, violence never brings permanent peace. I have a dream that one day little black boys and girls will be holding hands with little white boys and girls. Oppressed people cannot remain oppressed forever. We may have all come on different ships, but we're in the same boat now. Oh, the ultimate tragedy is not the oppression and cruelty by the bad people, but the silence over that by the good people. Means we use must be as pure as the ends we seek. Almost always, the creative, dedicated minority has made the world better. I am not interested in power for power's sake, but I am interested in power that is moral, that is right, and that is good. Courage is the power of the mind to overcome fear. Every man must decide whether he will walk in the light of creative altruism or in the darkness of destructive selfishness. Music is the best consolation for a despaired man. You can have no influence over those for whom you have underlying contempt. Procrastination is still the thief of time. Life often leaves us standing bare, naked, and dejected with a lost opportunity. Voting is the foundation stone for political action. A genuine leader is not a searcher for consensus, but a molder of consensus. We are challenged to rise above the narrow confines of our individualistic concerns to the broader concerns of all humanity. Civilization and violence are antithetical concepts. We must not allow our creative protest to degenerate into physical violence. A nation or civilization that continues to produce soft-minded men purchases its own spiritual death on the installment plan. The curse of poverty has no justification in our age. It's not the violence of the few that scares me. It's the silence of the many. There is some good in the worst of us and some evil in the best of us. When we discover this, we are less prone to hate our enemies. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Nonviolence is a powerful and just weapon, which cuts without wounding and ennobles the man who wields it. It is a sword that heals. We must, in strength and humility, meet hate with love. Knowledge is a process of piling up facts. Wisdom lies in their simplification. If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward. A man who won't die for something is not fit to live. I was not afraid of the words of the violent, but of the silence of the honest. Whatever your life's work is, do it well. A man should do his job so well that the living, the dead, and the unborn could do it no better. We are not makers of history. We are made by history. Life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others? Whatever career you may choose for yourself, doctor, lawyer, teacher, let me propose an avocation to be pursued along with it. The ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands at times of challenge and controversy.